Welcome to your headquarters for knowledge and helpful advice on a variety of topics, all from trusted experts in their fields. It's time for River City Podcast. Intravenous nutrient therapies or vitamin IV therapies are part of a popular health and wellness trend that is spreading across the United States. Vitamin IV therapy, which is also referred to as intravenous micronutrient therapy, administers a high dose of minerals and vitamins directly into your bloodstream. While your body ordinarily absorbs nutrients slowly, vitamin IV therapy allows it to rapidly absorb nutrients at higher doses. I'd like to welcome April Morris to River City Podcast. April Morris is the owner and founder of Innovitamin Solutions, or IVS. She is originally from Danville, Virginia, but has lived in Richmond for over 20 years and currently lives in Midlothian. April received a Bachelor of Science degree in biology and nursing from Virginia Commonwealth University. She went on to complete a master's degree in nursing at VCU and became a board-certified family nurse practitioner in 2006. April has over 17 years of NP experience, specializing in liver disease, diabetes health, and lipid or cholesterol management. April, let's start off a little bit with what really inspired you to create Innovitamin Solutions.
I started Innovitamin Solutions just to find an innovative way for clients, people, patients to receive their vitamins. Several years ago, when I was a nurse on the floor, I actually saw the amazing effects that IV hydration and vitamin therapy had on patients. They responded very quickly. They felt better. You can see in their blood work the next day of how easy and quicker their vitamin deficiencies were repleted. And as a nurse practitioner, I've been an NP or nurse practitioner for over 17 years. The number one complaint in an outpatient setting is that people were tired. I'm tired. I'm so tired. And what I would usually tell them is that do a vitamin B complex or do a multivitamin every day. And that, of course, was a pill burden issue because I'm already prescribing for their medical issues, whether it's diabetes health or hyperlipidemia or cholesterol issues or liver issues. And then I'm telling them to take more pills. I found a way in trying to look at the IV vitamin therapy that I saw inpatient and bring it outpatient and out of the hospital setting. And so number one, the vitamins can be absorbed a lot quicker, 95 to 100% versus 30 to 40% when you're taking pills. And also when you take the pill form, it takes weeks to months for you to even feel the effects. When you're doing IV vitamin therapy, I thought, hey, we could do this. There's great registered nurses out there that are very comfortable with doing IVs and keep that hospital industry standard, but do it in the comfort of their home and do it mobile. And so if they're not feeling well, if they're tired or they're busy, their lifestyles are very demanding, then we can do it in a convenient way and do it in their homes in a convenient setting. We can kind of knock out both of feeling better and helping them feel their best from the inside out, but also do it in a way that they are not going to the emergency room or urgent care when they don't feel well to help them feel better from the inside out.
That leads me to a question. When you're in the hospital and you get an IV, I'd say pretty much all of us have experienced that at one point or another. That IV is really rehydrating, right? So you're adding vitamins to that cocktail, right?
Yes, correct. We actually do have an option just for normal saline. We will just hydrate, an IV hydration option, but then adding the vitamins just gives you that extra boost. Whether you need an immune boost, energy boost, we even have one for anti-inflammatory. If you have joint issues, anywhere from Inner Beauty, which can actually help with hair, skin, and nails, is with biotin. So we use the normal saline bag and then we add vitamins to that bag and different blends that we offer to give you that extra boost of what you need, whether you're an athlete or whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whether you're a coach, whether you just have a busy work-life schedule and that you just need an extra boost because you're not drinking enough during the day, but also maybe not getting your vitamins in the foods that you eat, and you need an extra boost for that reason.
Of course, I'm sure that if warranted or needed, you could do a one and done. But ideally, this is something that should be probably ongoing for a lot of people, right? Like, what would you recommend as far as kind of adding this into your routine?
It's all about lifestyle. We would not do it any sooner than every 2 weeks because the effects of these infusions do last for up to 2 weeks. 2 to 4 weeks is good. I usually would tell people once a month, if you're looking just for the vitamins, to find that extra vitamin C boost or zinc, lysine, different things things that help with the flu season or even COVID, season. It doesn't cure COVID, but it can help just rev up your own immune system to protect yourself better. Every 2 to 4 weeks is recommended to really get the effects and to continue the effects that you get with the first infusion.
I was just thinking back, we run around saying we're dehydrated all the time when we're just thirsty. But when I was pregnant with my last pregnancy, I was dehydrated to the point where I had to be admitted. You think about being in that state. I think it took 3 IV bags or something before they'd let me leave. So for people that have conditions that lead to dehydration or even work out a lot, what a great way to just get totally hydrated.
Absolutely. And then when you just use the normal saline bag, we can do that weekly. And some clients that we do have, they just want the simple, normal saline. I'm not drinking enough. I work in a warehouse, or I'm drinking Red Bull all day or coffee all day, and I know I'm dehydrated. Or if you're just having fun on the weekends and every weekend you have a good time partying, if you're a college kid, we do infuse the normal saline bag every week. And that's absolutely okay. That's just drinking water pretty much without having to, but staying hydrated in that way so you don't end up in urgent care emergency room just to get those bags of fluid, as you mentioned.
This has become so popular and it's just gaining in popularity. Yeah. But the first time I ever heard of this, even like conceptually, was a novel that I read, 20 years ago. And it was a young physician and he was like a resident at the time. And of course, that's super intense, as you know, from going through nursing school. He's working, he's a resident, he's doing all of this. And he went out and drank and came to the hospital early to get an IV bag so that he could like get through everything. And I'm like, that is such an interesting concept. Why didn't I start a business then?
Exactly. So my husband, actually, he was in the military and he was in the Army for 9 years. He was a paratrooper. And he even told me when he lived in Germany years ago in the early 2000s, they would do that. They would go out, in Germany and party and have a good time, go to concerts. Normal saline said, go ahead and hook me up. And that's the way that they can combat hangover. Right. So they could go out and get on their job and work and do what they're supposed to do in the military. But that was a huge thing even back then. And we're catching up, as you mentioned, 20 years ago. And we're catching up that now it's becoming more of a lifestyle.
So I guess if you're talking about it for hangover purposes, just add this into the cost of your Uber and your bar tab.
Exactly. And we'll come to you. You don't have to worry about it. You can roll out of bed or just stay in bed if you want to. And we'll
your jammies.
Your jammies. And we'll give you something to help with your nausea, your headache, your hydration. We do have Reboot, which is the hangover formula. Definitely help you recover a lot quicker the next day.
And you talk a lot about going into the home, but if somebody has a business where they either own it or their boss is comfortable with it, you can actually go to an office and treat a whole team.
Absolutely. And we do have a few clients and they're great. The owner actually does the self-care day every month. And so we come in every month and we infuse her as well as her 2 employees. So they have that self-care kind of perk on the job that we actually are able to do that. And so they pick a different vitamin every month and they enjoy it. So 3 of them together can have the infusion. But yes, we go to offices, we do group infusions. We actually offer discount on group infusions. And we even bridal parties, birthday parties, anything, even jewelry parties, we can come, or they do have wine tastings and different things. And we actually are able to infuse for that reason as well. People can have a good time.
What is the time frame involved in getting through one bag?
Our goal always, and what we stand by, is that we're in and out of your house within an hour. It takes a good hour. And that's just not the infusion itself. So when we get there, we do your vital signs, we do a blood pressure, and we go over your medications, making sure that you're suitable for the infusion. You do all this ahead of time, but we just check to make sure nothing's changed. After we do your blood pressure and your pulse and all of that, and then we go ahead and hook you up. And usually we're in and out within an hour. That's our goal. And that's sort of, we always want to leave a very small footprint. So we bring everything with us. We have a roller bag and a bag that we bring with us and our mobile IV bowl. You come at 10 o'clock. We're usually walking out at 11 o'clock.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
April, I assume there's a range of needs. We've covered some hangovers and chronic fatigue. Is there anything else that you're seeing of patients that benefit? And I guess along those lines, kind of who's your target consumer right now?
What we do is really for people who have busy lifestyles. They're very busy, but they still want to make sure that self-care is a priority. Our clients lead busy, productive, full lifestyles, but they want to be healthy and live well, and despite their demanding schedules. So we look for that athlete. So if we do do have a recovery and performance formulation or vitamin bag where it actually helps with their recovery. I've partnered up with a boxing gym here locally. A lot of sweating is involved, a lot of cardio and different things. And so we are able to infuse them after their workout, and it does help them recover a lot quicker, or even before. It helps them stay hydrated as they're performing. We also have inner beauty. So if you have thinning hair, wrinkles, acne, different skin issues, we're able to help those clients as well to have healthier skin, healthier nails, healthier hair. Our target audience is everybody who could benefit from boosting their immune system, energy, recovery, if they like to run different races, if they like to be in the gym, if they're professional athletes, we absolutely can help them achieve their goals. But also, like I said, that soccer mom who is just go, go, go all the time, or coaches or fathers who just work all the time or take care of children and just really take care of others before they take care of themselves, and really making themselves a priority, at least for an hour out of the week. So those individuals who want to be healthy or who are healthy, people we cannot infuse are those clients who have advanced liver disease, who have congestive heart failure or advanced heart disease, or also advanced kidney disease. We are very careful. You do an online questionnaire to make sure you're appropriate before we even walk through the door. If I have questions, I call you. I do review everything that comes over our online website. It is HIPAA compliant, but I want to know what you're taking and what your lifestyle is about so we can help you. But if we are going to cause harm, we also will kind of red flag that to say, well, I don't know if you're an appropriate candidate because we don't want to add more harm or add more issues to your medical history or medical care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if there's any question about that and somebody's interested in this, but they're not sure, the first step would be to go to your website, go online, fill out that form.
Correct.
And then you'll call and have a conversation with them.
Have a conversation. And yes, and some of our clients are under the care of a doctor on a regular basis, a functional medicine doctor, a primary care internal medicine doctor. If they have medical issues, they are under their care. We do have clients where they also receive guidance of what they should be getting, what they should be doing, and what they shouldn't be doing. And so we do customize infusions as well. And so if you ever need anything that is not prescription, like we don't do chemotherapy or anything severe, but if you need high dose vitamin C, if you need certain things like anti-inflammatory to help with joint issues, we are able to do that and also partner up with your physician and provider so that we're not stepping on toes, but we're there to assist and collaborate with them.
As we've kind of talked about, this has become a hugely popular trend, and I've seen a lot of shops go up or a lot of businesses incorporate this into their model that they already had of whatever it might have been. But as far as mobile, first of all, I haven't seen anybody else doing mobile beside you, but tell us a little bit about how you do kind of differ from your competition, aside from the fact that you'll come right onto the business or to somebody's home.
Yes. So I think it's fantastic that all these places are popping up, because when I first wanted to start this business, and actually I got it from Vegas, I went to Vegas on a work trip, and at the hotel I was staying, it was an IV drip across from the gym. I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. And the brick and mortar thing was a consideration. And I think it's great that people have started to pop up, and I'm actually seeing it more and more than when I first considered this. But I wanted it mobile just to have that flexibility and also set myself apart. So set our business apart. With COVID 3 years ago, as it all started, people were afraid to go out. We wanted to stay home to save lives. And so when people were sick, we actually do infuse COVID patients. We actually had one last week. We do infuse flu symptoms or flu patients. So we will come to them versus going out and having to go out when you don't feel your best and have to sit in a waiting room or have to sit around other people when you are infectious. I really wanted to set myself apart, that to have flexible hours where we are open 7 days a week. We actually have flexible hours. We start early, whether it's 8 or 9 or 10 in the morning, and we'll go on to about 7 or 8 at night. Having the flexibility of not having the brick and mortar is nice because we can do it when it's flexible for you and when it works around your schedule, not you working around our schedule. You can work from home. As we learned with COVID, a lot of people are still working at home. Why not and get infused for an hour on your lunch break or while you're still working? We will be at earshot, but we can actually go to a different room and let you work and do your Zoom calls or whatever you want to do, but also get your infusion and knock two things out at the same time. I wanted the convenience and the flexibility with our clients who have very full and demanding work-life balance and schedules to be able to enjoy this service, but not take away from their or carve out time during their daily schedules, which are usually very busy. That's what I haven't seen. I am fully insured, and we really enjoy what we do and making people feel better and being able to do it when it's convenient for them.
And nice nurses.
Yes. Our clients look forward to making them feel better and also enjoy our nurses because they are seasoned. They've been some of retired nurses off the floor. They've been a nurse for 30 plus years. I have a nurse that's an emergency room nurse at night. And so she's able to do this during the day. So she sticks IVs all day. That's what she does in the emergency room. We do have seasoned, experienced nurses to be able to, hopefully, it doesn't happen all the time, but get that stick the first time. And so it's not a service that you don't look forward to. But I think the new brick and mortars that are popping up are great because they offer other services and they're able to service many people. But I wanted an innovative way to make this thing happen and kind of set myself apart.
I love it because I think a lot of people don't realize, oh, you're a nurse, you can do an IV. I don't think they realize that a lot of nurses never put in IVs.
Correct.
And it's kind of like your neighbor putting it in, frankly, if they don't have that experience, and that is painful and it can be complicated. So I do think that you guys have a huge advantage that you're hiring nurses that are experienced with doing that for many years. It makes a huge difference, especially this is very poignant for me because I have no veins. I have been really hurt before trying to get that done.
And it's funny. A lot of our clients will say this, like, I'm a really hard stick. I'm a really hard stick. And then our nurse will get them and they're happy. They're, it's like, okay, this was a good experience. It wasn't a negative experience because when you're not feeling well, you don't want to feel like you're in the hospital and you're getting stuck multiple times and you're a pincushion. I really do take that seriously to make sure that we get it the first time. We make this a comfortable, not anxiety-provoking experience and that we are able to service them the right way. One of my nurses actually works for the IV company, BD. She goes around the country and teaches the emergency room nurses how to use her IVs, which is the IVs that we actually use. I really did take my time to pick out the right nurses.
And the weekend, if we jump back to the hangover thing, I mean, I'm never going to need this except on a Sunday.
Right. And so exactly. And so
by Monday, it's like, whatever.
You hydrated enough and got through and missed a day. You may have lost that day on Sunday.
Oh,
but
I definitely have lost that day if that's happening.
Yeah, we're there on Sunday if you need us.
So events, do you have anything coming up, any deals, anything that the market should know about?
Yes. So we have monthly specials. So if you go on my website, www.innovitaminsolutions.com, there is a tab for specials. And so we usually run 2 of our vitamin blends about 30% off every month. Those are always going to be specials every month. You just add the code in when you book your infusion. Those are always discounted. So that's a way that you can try out some vitamins that you may not be used to or familiar with. We attend a lot of the bridal expos or wedding events. We do have one coming up on the 27th of this month of August. That will be just getting ready for those brides-to-be and the bridal party, especially the grooms and the bachelor parties and different things. They can call us and we can make sure they're for the wedding day. And then the vintage boxing, we actually are popping up there at least once a month, September 1st. We will see them and we will be doing infusions for the athletes that participate or the members in Scott's Edition. And then in October, we're going to be actually doing infusions at the Women's Expo here in Richmond, and we'll be giving discounts there as well, and also B12 injections just to try us out and get to see what we're all about, and also just kind of make sure there's exposure there for us to make sure people know who we are.
Yeah, and test it out.
Test it out.
When we talked about this could be something that you really incorporate regularly into your wellness plan over the course of 12 months or a year or whatever, do you offer memberships that help make that more attainable or just kind of lock us into committing to our fitness in that way or wellness?
Yes. So we do have memberships, and our membership is great because I am all about say a membership at a gym or membership with anything, but of course you're locked in. You have a contract and you have to have that membership, even your cell phone, right? You have to have a 2 or 3 year membership. For the gym, it's a year membership, where our memberships are month to month. You can cancel at any time, but our memberships are great because you have a basic package where you get 1 infusion a month. The basic plus is 2 infusions a month. And then you also have the premium package and the premium plus where you have the premium, which is a special order infusion, like the Myers cocktail, like the glutathione infusion, different ones that are kind of a special one that actually has to be special ordered, and they're sort of the higher end infusions. With that, you get 15% off the infusion, but you also get a complimentary add-on, say a vitamin D IM injection, or if you want to add to the bag and add additional vitamin B12 or Zofran, if you're having nausea, you're worried about nausea, you can add that to the bag. So you get 15% off the typical infusion with a free add-on, and you get a consultation with either me or my lead nurse to make sure you're choosing the right vitamins for you, what you need and what your needs are. We do a one-on-one consultation, get priority booking, same day booking. So if you are not having a good day on a Sunday after you had too much fun that Saturday night and you call us, we will absolutely work our hardest to make that happen so that we can come and infuse you as a member. You'd get priority. It's month to month. You can be a member as long as you want to. And then when you find that, hey, I think I'm good, I think I'm better care of myself or hydrating as much as I need to, you can cancel at any time. There's no commitment in that way.
I know there is a form to fill out online, and it does have specific questions to help you make sure it's a good fit. But if somebody was saying, hey, this would be a great gift for my dad for Christmas or a great birthday present for my wife, could they do a gift certificate of some sort?
Yes, we do have gift certificates. We even do have packages you can buy. Like if you want to buy a 6-month package or a package for the year that they get monthly infusions, we absolutely can do that. Whenever you book online for an infusion for us to come out and service you, we do have the intake form. We have the HIPAA form, but also the intake form basically asks you about your chronic medical conditions, your medications, and your allergies. We want to know if you're on a blood thinner because we're going to be sticking you with a needle. We don't want you to bleed or bruise terribly or have issues there. So I would want to know that. If you're on diuretics or fluid pills, I need to know that. What are you on diuretics for? Is this something that's meant for you? Because it may not be. And if it's not, if you want this for a loved one or a special person, then absolutely we can do it. But if I feel that it's unsafe, absolutely would reimburse you. I would not want to do anything to cause harm. And I'm very careful about that. And my nurses are very, very good about making sure that you're an appropriate candidate for an infusion. So yes, we do have packages. We do have memberships. And we also have gift certificates available that you can buy for a loved one that you want to treat or help someone who may be dehydrated. We had a friend, her friend was having a hard time and called that day, and we were able to get in to see her friend who was vomiting and just make sure she's an appropriate candidate. We absolutely will accommodate most cases as long as they're suitable for this.
Yeah, I love it. A gift card for a back massage and for you guys. That's like, what could be better than that?
Right, exactly.
As a gift. Okay.
Good pampering.
You are involved also in the Richmond community. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing in that regard?
I am a huge supporter of To End the Stigma. That is looking at substance use disorders. And a dear friend actually is the founder of that nonprofit. We contribute quite a bit. They have a golf tournament in October and they do a night for Scott. Her twin brother died of an accidental overdose. He was taking OxyContin and it was laced with fentanyl. We know that's a huge epidemic now. It's highly addictive, but also that people are mixing different other lethal drugs that we used to just give in the hospital. Now they have street value. I'm a huge supporter of that. I was on the planning committee for several years. Now having a business, I'm able to support this nonprofit to really help bring awareness, but also help those who need help and need rehabilitation and recovery. And To End the Stigma is a great nonprofit here locally in the Richmond area. So I do help with that.
And what a great wellness treatment plan for people that are coming out of that.
Right.
Such a great way to feel good in a healthy way.
Absolutely. And we also really support the food bank and Meals for Midlothian specifically. I love going out and helping, getting food out to people in the Midlothian area. But the food bank in Chesterfield County, as well as Meals for Midlothian in Midlothian, Virginia, we do support them quite a bit as well.
April, thanks for being on River City Podcast. And to learn more about Innovitamin Solutions, you can go to innovitaminsolutions.com. Wherever you're listening to this podcast, there will be a link to make it a little easier for you. And we so appreciate you being here and educating us a little bit more.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks for listening to River City Podcast. If you're interested in setting up a podcast for your business, go to rivercityconsulting.com.